Walk into any room, a classroom, an office, a party. Within 3 seconds, a silent calculation happens. You don't hear it, you don't see it, but your brain feels it. Who is the leader? Who is the follower? Who is the threat? And who is the prey? You think civilization destroyed the jungle. You are wrong. We just put suits on the wolves. Have you ever wondered why some people command instant respect without saying a word, while others, maybe you, are constantly interrupted, talked over, or completely ignored? You are kind, you are smart, you work hard, but you are invisible. They told you that if you are a nice person, people will respect you. That is the biggest lie in the history of human psychology. The world does not respect niceness. The world respects power. In this documentary, we are going to decode the invisible hierarchy of social dynamics. We will dissect the dark psychology of status, body language, By the end of this video, you will understand why you have been playing the game wrong your entire life, and how to finally take your place at the head of the table. Let's start with the root cause of your invisibility. Psychologists call it agreeableness. You call it being nice. You have been programmed to avoid conflict. You say yes when you want to say no. You apologize for taking up space. You smile when you are not happy. You think this makes you likable. In reality, it makes you harmless. Jordan Peterson famously said, "A harmless man is not a good man. A good man is a very dangerous man who has that under control." Evolutionarily speaking, if you are not capable of danger, you are not respected, you are just useful. When you are overly agreeable, you signal to the tribe that your needs are less important than theirs. People do not value what is given away for free. If your validation is cheap, your respect is worthless. To decode this, you must stop equating being respected with being liked. Leaders are often disliked, but they are never ignored. The second law of social power is the law of scarcity. Look at the person with the lowest status in the room. What are they doing? They are talking, fast, loud, explaining themselves, justifying their actions. They are terrified of silence. Now look at the highest status person. They speak slowly. They take pauses. They are comfortable with the void. In dark psychology, this is called the power of the pause. When you rush to fill the silence, you signal anxiety. You signal that you need their approval. When you stay silent, you force them to chase your validation. Silence is a vacuum. Human nature hates a vacuum. Others will rush to fill it with their own insecurities. Stop explaining yourself. Stop apologizing. State your truth, and then wait. Let the silence do the heavy lifting. As Robert Greene says, always say less than necessary. We like to think we are rational beings. We are not. We are visual creatures. There is a cognitive bias hardwired into your brain called the halo effect. When we see someone who looks disciplined, groomed, and physically capable, our subconscious immediately assumes they are also smart, trustworthy, and competent. When we see someone who looks sloppy, we assume they are lazy and low IQ. This is unfair, but it is reality. If you want to be decoded as high status, you cannot ignore the avatar you present to the world. Posture is not just about your back, it is about your serotonin. When you stand tall and take up space, your brain actually releases neurochemicals that make you feel more confident. When you hunch over and look at the floor, you are flooding your system with cortisol, the stress hormone. You are physically signaling submission to the world. Lift your chin. Show your neck. Look the world in the eye. The world judges the book by its cover. Make sure your cover says bestseller. The next piece of the puzzle is emotional detachment. In any social interaction, the person who cares the least holds the most power. This is the law of least effort. When you get angry, when you get defensive, when you cry, you are handing the remote control of your emotions to someone else. You are reacting, and he who reacts is the subordinate. The operator, the person who understands psychology, never reacts immediately. He observes, he analyzes, he detaches. This is not about being a robot, it is about being a stoic. When someone tries to insult you, do not get angry. Look at them with curiosity. Treat their insult like a piece of data. Ask yourself, why are they doing this? What is their insecurity? When you shift from victim to observer, you become immune to manipulation. You become the ghost in the machine. You are there, but they cannot touch you. Now we must go deeper. We must talk about the frame. This is the invisible battlefield where all social interactions are won or lost. Every conversation has a frame. The frame is the underlying reality or the context of the situation. Who is judging whom? Who is trying to impress whom? When you are ignored, it is because you have walked into someone else's frame. You are living in their reality. For example, if you are constantly trying to prove your intelligence to a group, you have accepted their frame. The frame that says, we are the judges and you are the contestant. You have already lost. To command respect, you must learn to set the frame. You do not seek validation, you assess value. When you meet someone new, do not ask yourself, do they like me? Ask yourself, do I like them? This subtle shift in mindset changes your micro-expressions, your tone and your energy. People can smell desperation, but they are magnetically drawn to autonomy. When you hold your own frame, you become the center of gravity in the room. You are not a planet orbiting them, you are the sun. This leads us to the concept of strategic unpredictability. The human brain is a pattern recognition machine. We ignore things that are predictable. The clock ticking on the wall. You ignore it because it is consistent. The background noise of traffic. You ignore it. But a sudden crash. You pay attention. You are ignored because you are too predictable. You are the nice guy who always agrees, always shows up, and always does what is expected. You have become background noise. To reclaim power, you must break the pattern. You must introduce a controlled element of chaos. This does not mean being crazy. It means being multifaceted. If you are usually quiet, suddenly speak up with absolute conviction. If you are usually available, suddenly become unreachable for 2 days. This triggers a psychological concept called intermittent reinforcement. It is the same mechanism that makes gambling addictive. If the machine pays out every time, it's boring. If it pays out unpredictably, it becomes an obsession. When people cannot fully predict your reaction, they must pay attention to you. They must respect you, because they don't know what you will do next. You cease to be an object, and you become a force. However, once you begin to apply these laws, you will encounter a new enemy. This is known as the social stress test. When you start to rise in the hierarchy, people will naturally try to pull you back down. It is the crab bucket mentality. They will test your frame. They will use subtle insults, backhanded compliments, or disrespect to see if you're truly powerful, or if you are just pretending. Most people fail these tests because they get defensive. The moment you defend yourself, you validate their attack. You prove that their opinion matters to you. To dominate these situations, you must use the technique of amused mastery. When someone disrespects you, do not fight back, and do not retreat. Instead, look at them as if they are a misbehaving child. Smile slightly. Treat their comment as a joke that didn't quite land. You can simply look them in the eye, pause for 3 seconds, and continue speaking as if they never existed. This is the ultimate power move. It signals, your reality is so small that it does not even register in my world. Another lethal technique for handling disrespect is the spotlight effect. When someone asks you a rude question or tries to embarrass you, do not answer the question. Instead, question their motive. Ask them calmly, why would you ask me that? Or, are you trying to make me feel bad? By doing this, you instantly turn the spotlight from you back to them. Now, they have to explain themselves. They have to justify their rudeness. You have flipped the script. You have taken the role of the judge and put them in the role of the defendant. This effectively kills the attack and reestablishes your dominance without you ever raising your voice. Remember, he who asks the questions controls the conversation. Finally, we arrive at the ultimate weapon of social power, the willingness to walk away. In negotiation theory, this is known as the bhatna, best alternative to a negotiated agreement. In social dynamics, it is the nuclear option. Most people are terrified of abandonment. They tolerate disrespect, they tolerate being interrupted, and they tolerate being ignored because they are afraid of being alone. They are afraid of losing the connection. This fear is a scent, and predators smell it. If people know you will never leave, they will treat you however they want. You must internalize this truth. You do not need them. You desire connection, yes, but you do not need it to survive. You must be willing to kill the interaction the moment it becomes disrespectful. This doesn't require a dramatic scene. It requires a subtle withdrawal of your energy. When someone interrupts you, stop talking. Look away. Deny them your attention. Turn your body, or simply leave. When you show that you are willing to walk away from the table, your value skyrockets. We only respect what we can lose. If you are always there, no matter how badly they treat you, you have no value. But if your presence is a privilege that can be revoked, suddenly, they will fight to keep it. This is the paradox of power. To keep people interested, you must be willing to let them go. The hierarchy is always there, you cannot escape it. But you can choose your place in it. For years you have been playing the role of the NPC, the background character in someone else's movie. That ends today. 1. Kill the nice guy. Be good, but be dangerous. 2. Master the silence. Say less. 3. Fix your avatar. Let them see the power before you speak. 4. Detach, never let them see you bleed. 5. Control the frame, do not seek validation, assess value. 6. Be unpredictable, break the pattern. 7. Master the stress test, use amused mastery. 8. Be willing to walk away. You are not ignored because you are worthless. You are ignored because you have been hiding your power. Stop hiding. The world is waiting for you to give it a command. Decode the game. Play to win. If you are ready to take control, write in the comments, "I see the game." This is Psychology Decoded. Class dismissed.